to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
You ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
The Wolverines return home after a pair of road victories as they welcome the first-placed Vaqueros of UTRGV. I'm Matthew Biamonte, joined by Kyle Bruder, and we welcome you to another presentation of WAC Volleyball here on the WAC Digital Network. We also want to welcome those of you watching on YouTube. Kyle, first things first, a big congratulations to Coach Sam Matoa on career win 400 last weekend versus Grand Canyon. What an accomplishment. What can you say about a coach that's been here 20 years? He's the all-time leader in victories in program history, and let me take it a step further, school history in any sport.
Yeah, it really is incredible when you take a look at his accomplishments. Overall, 400 and 230 career records, so he's a winner. He's yet to win a WAC championship. That's something that I don't doubt will happen at some point, but you know, he's shown that he can really put together wins, and he just does a really good job. So I think it's a great accomplishment. Utah Valley could have gotten to that a little bit sooner. They had those 5-set losses that just kept going and going and going. But
yep. Now let's turn our attention to the Wolverines, who snapped a 6-game losing streak last week with a pair of road victories.
Utah Valley, I'm going to give you an interesting analogy here. It's kind of like you're fishing and you got that big fish on the line, you bring it up to the boat, and then it comes off into the water right before you can land it. That's exactly what happened to Utah Valley on back-to-back-to-back-to-back matches.
Yep.
And finally, they were able to land that monster, and they came away with the 5-set victory against Seattle, and then they were able to win at Grand Canyon in sweeping fashion on win number 400 for Coach Atoa.
Kasna Terafiti led the way for the Wolverines last weekend with 3.38 kills per set, so she is playing as well as she did to start the season, and that's really helped propel the Wolverines back to their winning ways. Now let's turn our attention to the visiting team, the Vaqueros. They're off to a very hot start. Yeah. They're 5-1 in WAC play, and they're led by their offensive juggernaut and WAC Offensive Player of the Week a week ago, Ragni Knutson.
You know, Ragni, she's just been incredible. She's second in the WAC in kills per set. She's right behind Kasna Terafiti, so she's been awesome. And the Vaqueros, they're really just firing on all cylinders. They've won 5 straight. They lost one to Bakersfield at the very beginning of conference play, but it seems like they've just figured it out, and they've been able to really just keep rolling. It seems like they're on that momentum train, and they haven't shown any signs of slowing down.
Focusing now on the home team, the Wolverines. Who are you going to be paying attention to in this match as the Wolverines look to have an upset over the first-place team in the WAC?
Normally I'll talk about Kazna Terafiti or Mikhailo Jarema. They're both really, really important and play massive roles on this team. But what I'm looking for is great play defensively from the back row. I think the back row has got to make plays possible for the outside hitters as well as the middle blockers, because Utah Valley has struggled with the pass. It's something that they're capable of doing well because they have a lot of players that are good at that. But there's been a couple of times where the opposing team is able to keep serving at a UVU player and getting into their head if they make a couple of mistakes. So hopefully that back row can be crisp and clean and give great opportunities to the front row.
Saren Merrill is the leader back there
for
the Wolverines. Now let's get to our Courtyard by Marriott critical categories. Let's start with the road team.
The road team, just keep doing what you're doing. Rogni has been amazing, so I think they're gonna ride on her coattails today. But there's a lot of really, really good players on the Vaqueros, and they keep getting better. So I'll talk about that a little bit more. But for the Vaqueros, Rogni is the X factor, and then just continue doing what they're doing.
And for the Wolverines,
for Utah Valley,
passing.
That passing is really the critical category. I think they've got to pass, and they've got to continue to block well.
We're almost ready here in the Lockhart Arena in Orem, Utah, on the beautiful campus of Utah Valley University. The Vaqueros, as of late, Kyle, have been having their way with UVU.
An interesting thing about that is, so let me see that number. So they've played. So Utah Valley is 28-7 over UTRGV. Utah Valley won 26 of the first 27 matches between these two, but UTRGV has been the one taking the steering wheel as of late. So, and you got to give some credit to give some credit to Coach Lowry, because
absolutely
he's just been a driving force for this team. And you look at, in 2015 when he started with this team, and something that stands out really just jumps off the page for me is the road victories. 1-6 in 2015, 2016, 2-5, and then 3-4 in 2017. Now they're 3-1. And then home records, 3-4 next year, 5-2, 7-0 last season, and now 2-0 currently. So they've been getting better and better every single year.
Ularich with the first serve for UTRGV, and we are underway here in Orem, Utah. There's a touch at the net. Beautiful pass and a finish for Ragni Sten Knutsen, the senior from Norway. Reigning WAC Offensive Player of the Week. Gets things started with the kill for UTRGV. Ularich will serve again. Now seems like a good time with the service ace to get to the starting lineups for the road team. The Vaqueros, led in their fourth season by Coach Todd Lowry. Starting number 1, Ragni Sten Knutsen, an outside hitter. At number 2, Barbara Silva on the right side. At number 3, Alexandra Ecker, a middle blocker. At number 5, Talita Oliveira, a middle blocker. Also starting at setter, number 10, Dubravka Vukoya. At number 11, Antonella Ularich, an outside hitter. And rounding out the starting lineup, libero number 13, Julia Moctezuma. And it's 3-0 for the road team. They have been, as you just mentioned, a very formidable road team in recent memory. And also, and maybe more importantly, their record in conference play is getting better each and every year. In 2015, they were 4-10. 2016, they were 7-7 in conference play. Last year, they were 10-4, went to the semifinals. And this year, they're 5-1. Yeah, and they have a 5-game winning streak in conference.
They've been awesome. They lost that first one, as we talked about, to Bakersfield. And you thought, oh, okay, maybe they slipped a little bit. Maybe we won't see them at the top of the pack this season. Wrong.
Yeah, dead wrong. They were picked second in the preseason media poll, but they are even exceeding that lofty expectation. Wardle with the back set. We're still going here. They're going to try Silva on the right side. This time it's Knutson. Wardle is there. Passing over to Terafiti. The dig from Moctezuma. And on the killing end of things, Ragni Knutson already with 3 kills very early in the first set.
Utah Valley, I was going to say the Vaqueros have just been abusing Kristen Allred. Allred, it's a little bit more difficult with her long frame to get down underneath the ball, and they've been hitting it to her kind of high as well. And so she had a couple of receiving errors, and then they just attacked her again. So she's going to need a little bit of help from her teammates right there as well.
Moctezuma will serve for the Vaqueros. Wow, but very early timeout here as Coach Atoa doesn't like how things are going for the Wolverines. We'll take our first break here as it is 6-1 in favor of the Vaqueros.
A Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
We're back here in Orem. Hot start for the Vaqueros. They have really been putting a lot of pressure on that back row, specifically Kristen Allred, as you mentioned.
Yeah, they have. But they go after her, and she's able to keep this one alive. Just a quick little adjustment, and Utah Valley able to side out thanks to a nice reception from Kristen Allred.
Yeah, incredible pass from her to set things up, and from the looks of it, they're going to keep going to her, and if she can provide more plays like that, the Wolverines will be in a great position. Merrill serving for UVU. We haven't touched on the Wolverines starting lineups yet. We should do that right now.
We probably should, Matt, at some point. Starting at libero, number 6, Saren Merrill. Also starting number 7, a setter, Maddie Wardle. Number 8, a middle blocker, Michaela Jarema. Number 9, outside hitter, Kazna Terafiti. Also starting number 12, Jasmine Nutupuivaha. And starting number 16, Kristen Allred. And to round out the starters for Utah Valley is number 18, Kaylee Downs, the right side hitter. And, of course, we talked about it earlier, Coach Sam Atoa in year number 20 and just barely recorded win number 400 in his career.
Wolverines on a 3-0 run out of the timeout. They trail by 2. Off the hands of UVU. They're going to try the right side. Silva. There's the dig from Merrill. Terafiti now. Big swing and a finish. Make that a 4-0 run.
Love the hard swing by Kaz.
Merrill will serve again. One of the better servers for the Wolverines. As in her freshman season, she led the team in service aces. But it's Silva on the other side with the side out for the Vaqueros. And subbing in for the Vaqueros, number 9, Pamela Moreta, and number 8, Deborah Nazario. It will be Nazario who will serve.
Let's see if Utah Valley can tighten things up a little bit. Yes, there was an error right there, but you know, UTRGV was able to get off to a hot start. See if they can
specifically
plug
the
hole.
Serving has been impressive.
It's been really good.
Back-to-back service aces for Debra Nazario, a sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wow. You can see why these guys are best in conference. There's the overpass. Allred was there. They're going to try Kaz. Over the top.
Great. Oh, my. It's still alive. Okay. That one was it's one of those ones where neither official says anything about it, and then one of them calls it in just a moment.
Serving and into action for the first time tonight. Jasa Funk Stratton, the transfer from Utah State. The dig from Merrill to Jasa, and now Davies on the right side. Cleaned up by Nazario. Wolverines will try again. It's Terafiti. Too hard and too long. It's a side out for UTRGV.
The Vaqueros hitting .364 so far as they've reached the 10th point of set number 1. And a service error, a timely gift for the Wolverines, trims it down to a 3-point deficit. Utah Valley hitting at .214. Still very early. It's a little bit above their current average. Utah Valley's hitting percentage has taken a little bit of a dip. They're hitting .208 as a team currently.
As we mentioned in the opener, the Wolverines got off to a great start. One of the best starts in program history. Then they had that 6-game skid, which you mentioned included a lot of tough 5-set losses. What did you think of their performance last weekend as they got 2 victories on the road?
You know, I followed the game against Seattle, and you kind of had to shake your head because I felt bad for them because they had put themselves in positions to win, and they played so well in those 5-set losses, and there were so many of them, and that's got to just be so frustrating as a player and as a team to be right there and have them lose. And they were able to win in 5 sets against Seattle, get their mojo back, and then they swept Grand Canyon. So back-to-back road wins for Utah Valley. I thought that was really huge and definitely a great sign that they're moving in a forward direction rather than just kind of being stagnant with those losses.
They had 4 5-set losses in a row in conference play before breaking through against Seattle. They have played an incredibly high number of 5-set matches this season.
More than I would love to take a look into those stats, but I don't know if Utah Valley has ever been put in a position or put themselves in a position like that before where they're playing so many 5-set matches in a single season.
They've already played 10 5-set matches. This is their 20th game.
So
over half of their games have been 10-set, 5-set matches, and they're 4-6 in those.
Crazy. Michaela Jarema with a big block gives Utah Valley 9. Hey, how about another?
Jarema is a game changer. The transfer from Butler University, though. She is local, went to high school a few miles from campus in Alpine, Utah. She's a difference maker for this team.
Oh, yeah. Utah Valley certainly missed her when she was down with a turned ankle, but she is back and fresh and looking good.
Why do you think Jarema adds a different element to this Wolverine team?
I think because the block is Coach Atoa's staple. If you could go back many, many years and look at the impressive play from several blockers that are in the record books with Lauren Bacher, with Madison Dennison, who's playing overseas right now. Having a middle blocker of that caliber sets the tone for the rest of the team. And you have to respect that as an opponent. You have to really recognize, okay, this is probably the best blocking team that we're going to face in conference play, and we have to plan around that. So, you know, when you force a team to change their game plan because of you, that's big.
That was Oliveira on the kill for the Vaqueros a moment ago, and right then, another kill for UTRGV as they lead by 5 now. Credit will go. Still waiting for it. A little delay here in the arena for stats, so I apologize.
Was it a block by Jularich?
There was a miscommunication there from the Wolverines that resulted in an error, and now it's 16-10 with the Vaqueros going up with their biggest lead here in the first set. It's all Vaqueros. Let's see if the Wolverines can rebound after this.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto team. Click MurdochHyundaiLinden.com.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
UTRGV on a 3-0 run here in the first set with Dubravka Vukoya set to serve. All red on the reception. It's Jarema down the middle and a quick side out for UVU.
Jarema's been great so far today. 2 kills on 2 attempts and 2 blocks.
Maddie Wardle serving. There's the pass to Barbara Silva, and that's a quick side out for UTRGV. Silva now with 2 kills, hitting .400. Her and Knutson are quite the duo on the outside.
They are. They put a lot of pressure on Utah Valley, and they have really the ability to wear down the front line of the Wolverines. They are going to have to shift back and forth a whole lot today. Side out by Utah Valley. The Wolverines are hanging around. If it wasn't for that quick lead by UTRGV, we would be in a much tighter situation.
Vukoya setting it up down the middle to Oliveira. On the other side, Terafiti. Oh, the Vaqueros run it down. Great effort. There's the pass to Wardle down the middle, but denied by Talita Oliveira, a junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Big time block for UTRGV. They have 4 blocks here in the first set. Serving now is number 13, Julia Moctezuma. Wardle back setting for Downs. Off the hands of the Vaqueros. Moctezuma passing to Silva, and it's blocked. Jarema was in there again. Jarema is making her presence felt as we check out the replay here. They tried Silva on the right side, but Jarema and Terafiti were ready for it.
And that's got to feel good. Jarema just got stuffed on a solo block, and when you can come back and get them back real quick, it'll turn the turn the tide real quick.
Good pass from Allred. The setter's dump doesn't make it over the net, and it's back-to-back points for UVU. We don't see those as much as we used to.
No.
When Sierra Starley was here, a 4-year starter for UVU at that setter position, she would dial that up often with great success. And we just don't see it as much anymore.
I think it was a little easier, a little more convenient for Sierra because of how tall she was at the setting position. It was a lot easier for her to get up and just shift the ball over the way that she did. And Maddie Wardle not quite as tall, so probably plays a role in it.
Saren Merrill will serve. There was a kill from Kasna Terafiti, who leads the Wolverines with 4. Great serve. Now an opportunity for the Wolverines to cut it to 2. It's Downs on the right side. And she delivers. Kaylee Downs.
I have really liked the play of Kaylee Downs so far this season. Coming in as a freshman, she has been really good. We're going to stay right here with it through the break. 16-18, just a 2-point lead for the Vaqueros currently.
4-0 scoring run for the Wolverines, and this has been a trademark of Coach Atoa, and specifically this team. There's no better evidence than the 10 5-set matches we've had this season. Doesn't matter how big the deficit is, you're going to get great effort and no quit from this Wolverines team.
That is one thing. And, I mean, the 5 sets is evidence in and of itself. You don't have a lack of effort at all. It's so fun to watch these girls and how resilient they are. They've just gotten the short end of the stick on a few of those 5-set losses as of late, but they did just come away with a 5-set victory, which I imagine a 5-set victory has got to feel amazing for them. Not just, it probably feels a lot better than a sweep given circumstances. So, super happy for them.
And you have to be excited about the future because think of the experience this team is getting this season. They only have one senior. It's Alexis Davies. She's graduating and going on a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints mission when the season's over.
Yep.
But the core is coming back. And so to get this experience of winning and losing in tough situations, you got to believe that's going to carry over as this group gets older.
Oh, yeah. Future is very, very bright here in Utah Valley.
And I think, you know who's a great example of experience paying dividends?
I'm waiting. Tell me.
Well, I'm waiting for your guess.
Are we talking about a current player?
No, we're talking about a team. The Vaqueros, Kyle.
Yes.
13 returning players from a year ago. And they're 5-1 in conference and 14-6 overall. So experience still matters in college athletics. And this Wolverines team, they're getting that experience now, and it's going to pay off down the road.
That is very true.
Terafiti with a big swing, but Moctezuma there with the dig. Merrill passing to Kasna. Off the hands of the Vaqueros. Down the middle now. Jasmine, was it deflected? Yes, it was. And it's 19-17. Wolverines hanging around.
Jasmine Nutupuivaha has also had a stellar season. She wasn't going to play quite as much at that middle blocking position at the beginning of the year because Utah Valley had Megan Childs, who's returning at that position, as well as Michaela Jarema. But Jasmine she's been great this year. She's been really good, and I think she is a massive part of this Utah Valley defense as well as offense. She's able to get kills when she's called upon. She's able to block. So she's been great. 2 of 2 so far today. Gotta love it.
4th on the team in kills this season, Kyle, and 1st in blocks. You're right. We don't give her enough credit. Jasmine Nutupuivaha having a career year for the Wolverines. Over the block was Jasmine. Vaqueros were ready for it. Back set to Davies. Great diving dig there from UTRGV. And a big swing from Ularich. UVU now. Kaz pushing it to the back row. Back set to Moreta. Terafiti on the 3rd hit. Will they try Moreta again? Yes, on the right side.
Wow!
Allred, what a defensive effort. And Kaz can't keep it alive. That was a big-time rally back and forth, which went in favor of UTRGV, but the effort is there for UVU.
Matt, I've got to apologize to Kristen Allred because she committed a couple of receiving errors at the very beginning of the set, but as of late, she has been all over the place, cleaning it up right there in front of us. She's been doing an amazing job since those first 2 errors.
And they keep going to her over and over again on the serve, but she is passing the ball.
She's embracing it
very well right now. The pass is there from Kristen Allred. Now it's a matter of executing on that 3rd hit. A service error will flip possession with UVU down 4. Subbing in is Abby Vincent, a freshman from American Fork, Utah. On the season, Kyle, Vincent has 9 service aces. She's seen action in 66 sets. But unfortunately, a service error there from Vincent and the Vaqueros are 2 points away from taking this first set.
I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, but you at home, you can see the Wolverines with those pink socks and pink hair ties. The Pink for a Purpose game here at Utah Valley, something that each sport does every year in support of breast cancer.
Sorry to cut you
awareness.
off, but Kristen Allred with a beautiful kill on the replay. I just wanted to point that out.
That's all right. It's worth noting, as well
Kristen
as the breast
Allred,
cancer
first
awareness.
kill here in the first set. I keep cutting you off. Sorry. What do you want to say? Wrap it up.
Say what you got to say.
I'm done.
Okay. I was just saying it's important, the breast cancer awareness, what they do
Yes.
every single year.
Absolutely.
I love the support. They gave away some free T-shirts. And now I'm done.
Thank you. It is set point for the Vaqueros, 24-19. Jasmine Nutubuivaha will sub back into action for Elena Hansen. Serving now is the setter, Dubravka Vukoya. Vincent passing to Stratton, and now Kristen. They'll try the right side this time with Davies. Defense for the Vaqueros is strong at the net. Take from Ularic. Allred again. And it's a point for Allred. Still alive for UVU.
2 kills for Kristen. 5 digs and a block.
Wardle will serve for the Wolverines. The slide to Oliveira. Merrill was there with the dig, and now Allred off the hands. Vukoya tracks it down. Merrill passing over to Kristen. Through the block. Nice diving effort there from Vukoya. Allred passing to Merrill. Gets it over on the third hit. They'll try Ularic.
Longest rally of the day. And it
Just a
ends
bit outside. Point to UVU. Wolverines hanging around. Here's the replay on the hit. Can't see it on the replay, but it did miss by a few inches. Knutson passing. Back to Knutson.
UTRGV giving the Wolverines a handful of opportunities to close the gap. Just a 2-point lead while the Vaqueros sit at set point.
We'll stay here with this one as well. Take a look at the box score. It's Tara Feedy leading the way for the Wolverines with 4 kills. Right behind there's Jarema with 2 and those 3 blocks.
Neither team is hitting the ball particularly well.
Both
89 for UTRGV and 120 for the Wolverines.
Well below the average for both of them. Vaqueros are typically 228. UVU is just a hair lower at 208.
Yeah.
So the Wolverines on a 3-0 run. And if they get a point here, things are going to get really interesting.
Yeah.
Here in the first set.
It's already getting pretty interesting. Utah Valley was down 4 with set point for UTRGV, and you know, there's been 4 service errors by the Vaqueros so far in this set, which has really given Utah Valley an opportunity to capitalize on those mistakes. Coach Otoa is really good at timeouts as well, so see what Utah Valley draws up and if they can trim it down to 1.
Serving will be Wardle. She has 6 assists and 5 digs here in the first set for the Wolverines. There's the pass from Ularic. They'll try Silva, and it's off the hands of Jarema, out of bounds, and that is set point for UTRGV. Valiant effort, though, from the Wolverines.
If you're Utah Valley, you can live with that. It's, you know, Jarema was right there with the block attempt, but the ball shoots off out of play. One of those unfortunate rolls. But we'll take a break here. and we'll be right back for set number 2 on the WAC Digital Network and YouTube.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life.
No matter your interests.
From award-winning music
to acting.
To theater programs.
There's a place for you.
A place for you.
A place for you at UVU. A place to engage.
To rise.
To succeed.
To become.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Wolverines had a big comeback there at the end of the first set, just a few points short. But what do you love about their performance, specifically late in that first set?
Well, we talked about it before. The effort is never in short supply for Utah Valley. They had a couple of balls just not drop in their favor, but they kept battling hard. They just need a few of those balls, the 50-50 ones, to drop in their favor in set number 2, and I think they'll be fine because they've been playing really, really hard. They've been competing. UTRGV has been good as well, so let's not discount that.
Yep.
But UTRGV they made a handful of service errors. There were 4 of them that prevented them from closing the gap earlier on Utah Valley, so that's something that the Vaqueros need to clean up a little bit if they want to steal a win and keep that win streak alive. But for Utah Valley, you can't, going back to the same thing, you can't rely on the other team's mistakes to keep you in the game. So Utah Valley has got to do a little bit of a better job passing and just getting those balls to drop. So it's one of those weird things where the Wolverines taking hard swings, they put people in positions to succeed, but sometimes the balls just don't fall.
Getting off to a good start in the second set is also a critical piece for UVU here. They trailed 5-1 very early in that first set, and they were playing catch-up from the get-go. So I'd like to see the Wolverines. They don't have to go up 5-1 themselves, but keep it within 2 all the way through that 10-point mark, and then then you can really start to figure out how you want to attack. So we'll see. A few notes from the box score. Side-out percentage was in favor of UTRGV. They were at 54%, 12 of 22. Wolverines, not bad at 47%, 12 of 25.
As it went on. They closed that gap a little bit.
Hitting percentage for both teams below their average, as we mentioned. UTRGV 128 to finish out the set.
Yeah.
And UVU 102. It was Tara Feedy who led the way for the Wolverines with 4 kills. So she's on pace with what she was doing last week, averaging about 4 kills per set. And for UTRGV, it was Knutson and Silva with 4 apiece to lead them in that first set victory. And it's UTRGV that gets things started here in the second set. Wardle setting it up for Davies. No, that was Allred actually, and it was just a bit high. Back-to-back points for the Vaqueros.
Great awareness and eye by Saren Merrill. Another service error will give the side out to Utah Valley. And at the service line is Utah Valley's best server in Kristen Allred.
24 service aces on the year for Kristen.
Almost, and I think that's going to count.
Number 25. Allred. Wow, she has really had a good performance tonight. It was clear that the Vaqueros' game plan was to serve to her, and She has adjusted and is playing great volleyball. Wardle down the middle to Jarema. Allred to Wardle, down the middle again to Jarema. Still alive! Off the fingers of UVU. Wardle will try Terafiti this time. Off the hands of the Vaqueros. Terafiti again. What a dig from Ularic. We're still going.
What a battle. Kaz able to take it home.
That was a beautiful rip from Kazna Terafiti. Look at this thing. Right down.
Time. Oh, it's nice.
Wolverines with a 3-0 run.
And Allred still at the service line doing damage. But that was a fight. Utah Valley.
They're off to a good start.
Now 3 apiece.
Serving will be number 8, Deborah Nazario. Wardle back set to Davies on the right side.
And point to Utah Valley. UVU able to go back up 1.
Sarah Merrill will serve. Moctezuma sets things up for the Vaqueros, and it results in a kill. Tied at 4. Though, hats off to UVU. Much better start here in the second. Knutson to serve. Back set to Davies on the right side. Nazario was there. Knutson comes running down the middle, and she gets through the block. 6th kill for Ragni Sten Knutson.
Utah Valley knows that Knutson is going to come in hot and hard, and so that back row was way backed up waiting for a longer deflection. The ball got squeezed right in between the hands of those middle blockers and just dropped where no one was available. So definitely an unfortunate play for Utah Valley.
Ularic hits it over. Now it's Merrill passing to Kazna over the block, but Ularic was there. The hit goes out of bounds. Point UVU, tied at 5. Subs coming is Kaylee Downs and Breanne Mortensen seeing her first action of the night. She'll serve for UVU. That's a service ace for Breanne Mortensen with the handling error by Deborah Nazario. Oh my! You could hear that rejection a mile away. Kazna Terafiti with a big-time block.
And you see why we call it the oh my moment. Matt just let out a big oh my with the big block. Goodness gracious, Utah Valley goes up 2. But the service error trims it back down to 1.
2 service errors now for UVU throughout this match. Serving now for UTRGV will be number 3, Alexandra Ecker, a senior from O'Connor High School in Helotes, Texas. Terafiti's pass to Breanne. Sets up Kaylee Downs down the middle. That is efficient offense.
It certainly is. Downs, 2 kills now. Hitting .333.
Terafiti will serve. What a freshman season Kazna Terafiti is having for the Wolverines. Yeah, she's a freshman.
I know she's a freshman. I was making a
facetious.
Point. I was making a point.
What point were you making?
She does not seem like a freshman. She's been playing out of her mind.
Serving Dubravka Vukoja. Brienne passing to Allred, but it's blocked at the net by UTRGV.
Great block. Utah Valley was in a great position, but the Vaqueros said no.
Tied at 8. Allred's pass on the money. Mortensen backs at the Downs. Another beautiful offensive sequence for the Wolverines. Nutupuivaha serving. Vukoja sets it up for Knutson. Dig from Mortensen. Right side Downs. They're going to give the deflection to UVU. Wolverines now up 2. Jasmine will serve again for the Wolverines. Knutson with the handling error, and it's a service ace for Jasmine Nutupuivaha. Her 4th service ace of the season. And the Wolverines with a 3-point lead. Nutupuivaha with the dig. It's Downs getting it over on the 3rd hit. Vukoja passes to Knutson. It's too far. 4-0 run for Utah Valley.
Forcing the timeout by the Vaqueros.
Wolverines applying the pressure and taking a 4-point lead as they lead 12-8. We'll see if they can continue this in a moment.
Kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Wolverines on a hot streak with a 4-0 run, 12-8. That one misses again. 5-0 run now as they lead 13-8. Ularich was the one with the swing just a bit too far for UTRGV. Knutson passing to Vukoja. They'll try Ularich, but she misses.
Utah Valley still hot.
6-0 run. This is the largest run of the evening. Setter's dump.
Man, that was pretty. That was nice.
Dubravka Vukoja caught the Wolverines snoozing with a gaping hole in the middle. And that was a big side out for UTRGV. Ularich will serve. An immediate side out by the Wolverines, courtesy of Kaylee Downs. Downs now with 5 kills, hitting .556.
She's getting better as time goes on.
There's the replay. The right side swing by Downs in between the middle blockers. Oliveira with the kill. 2 kills now for Oliveira. Wardle to Allred. Off the hands of UTRGV. Davies is there to clean it up. There's the dig from Moctezuma. Merrill in the right place, but it went out of play, and it's a point for UTRGV.
Credit Merrill for getting under it. Utah Valley, you want to keep your foot on the gas and try and side out real quick here, because the Vaqueros have shown that they can go on big runs themselves, but Utah Valley able to score and side out courtesy of Kristen Allred. And look who's back to serve.
Allred.
The rare service error.
She has 25 service aces on the year. Leads the Wolverines in that category. But now it will be Deborah Nazario for the Vaqueros as they trail by 4. Wolverines have led by as many as 6 here in the second set.
Form the runway. She's coming in hot.
Let's take a look at the WAC standings, Kyle. Getting close to that halfway point through conference play. It's UTRGV who leads all WAC members with 5 wins and 1 loss. There's a bunch of teams with 4 wins right behind him. Bakersfield is 4-1. New Mexico State is 4-2. California Baptist is 4-2. The newcomers to the conference.
Yep.
Kansas City 4-2. Utah Valley 2-4, but dangerous.
Yes.
As we've mentioned many times, they had those 4 straight 5-set losses. Those could have very easily went the other way. Seattle U at 1-4, Chicago State 1-4, and Grand Canyon at 0-5.
Kazan Terafiti with a well-placed ball in the back corner. Check out the replay.
Beautiful.
The Wolverines able to extend their lead back to 5.
There's the back set on the right side to Pamela Moreta, a redshirt freshman. And it's a side out for the Vaqueros as they trail by 4, though they're running out of time. Do you think this is a critical moment for the Wolverines team in this match?
Oh, it's huge.
Why?
Because they got to maintain that lead. They have to maintain and come away with that second set victory, or we might be seeing an early exit this evening. But Utah Valley with yet another point, 19-14. I love that they're able to hold it around 4 to 5 points. It'll be interesting if they can even build upon that right now. Oh my, they do with the service ace from Kazna Terafiti.
6 kills, a service ace, 3 digs, and a couple blocks for the phenomenal freshman from Pleasant Grove, Utah. Merrill, what a dig. That had some velocity on it from Knutson. On the right side, it's Downs, but the dig from Moctezuma. The block
just falls out of play, and the Vaqueros able to side out.
20-15. Subs coming for UTRGV. It's Barbara Silva and Dubravka Vukoya, who will serve. Vukoya, 11 assists. Mortensen setting up Allred off the hands of Silva. And it results in a point, cutting the lead to 4. This is a critical moment for the Wolverines. They're 5 points away from tying it up at 1. Service ace. The lead has been cut in half. Vaqueros trail by 3 after the service ace from Vukoya. And Coach Atoa is going to think about this one. Wolverines hanging on. We'll see if they can maintain the lead in just a moment.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
to rise,
to succeed,
to become.
There's the serve from Vukoya. Downs off the hands. The setter's dump, but Moctezuma was there. Wow. UTRGV will not go away. Giselle Zayas setting things up. And the kill from Barbara Silva. 4-0 run for UTRGV. Untimely service ace from Vukoya.
Service error, you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean, service error. Her 9th service error of the season. We have a sub coming for the Wolverines. It's Elena Hansen, freshman from Highland, Utah. She's going to serve for UVU. Pressure moment. She saw a little action in the first set, but not much. She's been called upon late in the second. Vukoya setting it up for Ularich. And she misses wide. Wolverines up 4. 2 huge points for the Wolverines, and you can see how an untimely service error can really swing momentum.
Oh, it totally changed it, and the overpass serves up a meatball for Kristen Allred.
There's
Easy
the replay.
Point.
That was from 2 plays ago, so we apologize for that. But the Vaqueros had possession, down 2, and now it's 3 straight points for the Wolverines. Kristen Allred. Zayas was there on the dig. Big swing. Mortensen, what a dig. Allred hard swing. Zayas. Another dig. Jarema! Michaela Jarema with a block. And it's 1 point away from tying things up at 1.
Jarema, block number 4 of the evening.
Hansen to serve. Are we going to be equalized? There's the touch from Jarema. Still going for UTRGV. Knutson over the top. Downs was there. Mortensen to Kristen. The block lands out of bounds, and it's set point for UVU.
Set point. They just won the set.
You're right. Well, that's what I meant. They won the set. That was set point. They won the set.
Set point means they're 1 away.
All right, you're right.
They won.
They won. You're right. Excuse me.
I think we're in for a very interesting match.
The Wolverines are more than capable of taking down first place UTRGV. We saw it there in the second set. When they're playing their game, they won by 7. 25-18. Things were going their way, which sets up for a very crucial and interesting third set. We're going to take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll see you in a moment.
A Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
To rise.
to succeed.
To become.
Wolverines with a very impressive performance there in the second set. I think it's time to take a look at the box score from the second set. Wolverines side-out percentage, 61%. They were led by Kaylee Downs, 4 kills. And as a team, they hit 242. So it wasn't the perfect set for UVU, but they did enough to have a convincing victory in the second set.
Well, they were able to capitalize on opportunities that they were presented with, and I think that that's huge.
They had that big 6-0 run in the middle that really helped.
They had that 6-0 run, and then the Vaqueros were able to claw back, trim it down to 2, and then Utah Valley was able to open it back up to 5. So I thought that was huge, because things start to look like, oh no, the Vaqueros are just going to steamroll through the end. But Utah Valley was able to, pump the brakes, recompose, and come away with a second set victory. So we're tied up at 1. We are in for a long evening.
UTRGV will start things off. It'll be Barbara Thais Krug from Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Lots of players on this team from Brazil. 3 to be exact. And we're underway. Big third set. Looking forward to this one. Jurema with a little flick of the wrist over the net, but the Vaqueros still going. Big swing and denied. Jurema and Kristen Allred mixing it up there. And the Wolverines strike first.
For the first time today, I think the Vaqueros have scored first in each set other than this one. And Kristen Allred at the service line.
Jurema's block. Big time. Jurema is a difference maker.
Totally hyping up her teammates. You see Maddie Wardle give her the playful shove.
This is a confident Wolverine team right now as they lead 2-0. Knutson off the hands of Jurema. Wardle is there. Back set to Downs. Silva, big swing, ricochets off the pipe. Saren Merrill can't quite get under it. Those are difficult plays. And it's a side out for the Vaqueros.
Real tough, especially when it's coming down at just enough of an angle where you don't know if it's going to hit the net or not. And just wasn't quite able to gather it.
Wardle down the middle to Jurema. Vaqueros, they say did they touch the net?
Sounds like it.
Point to UVU. Merrill will serve. Be thinking of your oh my moment, as we'll get to that segment in just a moment. Knutson, side out.
Knutson.
10 kills for her.
10. 6 digs, 1 assist, hitting .259.
Pamela Moreta and Deborah Nazario have subbed in for UTRGV. Terafiti passing the Wardle down the middle to Jasmine over the block. Beautiful play from Jasmine. Third kill.
All right, Jasmine has such an ability to turn nothing into something.
What's your oh my moment?
My oh my moment.
Through the first 2 sets.
That right there. No. I mean, that was an oh my moment.
That was great.
Nuchi Puivaha has been so good today.
Lights out. 4 kills now with 2 digs and a block.
Hitting 4 out of 6. 500. I think the oh my moment was when you literally yelled out oh my when Kazna Terafiti had that solo block.
That was nice. For me, we talked about it a little bit, but I think the biggest oh my moment of the match was the service error from Dubravka Vukoya when it was 2018 in the second set. All the momentum in the favor of the Vaqueros, and that service error really swung things back in favor for the Wolverines, who went on to win the set. I mean, if they get the point there and it turns to 2019, we're having a different conversation. Oh,
Kristen
boy.
Allred feeling herself.
The Wolverines are rolling. 7-3. There's just a different swag about them right now. Great serve from Kazna, and the overpass right into the lap of Kristen Allred. Back-to-back kills for Kristen. Wolverines up big.
Take a look at the replay. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Allred now with 6 kills.
Terafiti misfires, and it's a service error. Side out with Oliveira subbing in for Giselle Zayas. Serving will be Alexandra Ecker. Back set to Davies. Off the hands. Ecker comes diving in, but Moreta was not ready for it, and it results in a point for the Wolverines.
Utah Valley has done a great job of getting UTRGV out of system. Seems like the Vaqueros have had to really fight hard to get a quality look.
Wow, what effort from the Wolverines. The back set to Moreta. And it's a kill for Pamela Moreta. Saren Merrill subs in. And for the Vaqueros, we're going to see Dubravka Vukoya and Barbara Silva. I need to correct something I mentioned a moment ago. I said there were 3 players from Brazil from UTRGV. Check that. There's 5.
So you're off by 2. Wow. Davies delivers. 5 kills now for Alexis, the lone senior on the team, with 2 digs and a block.
Jarema making things difficult for UTRGV. We had an attack error there from Dubravka Vukoya, and the Wolverines lead by 6. Whoa! It's all UVU here on the WAC Digital Network.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Out of the timeout, a service ace for Maddie Wardle, and the lead is 7. That's the largest lead the Wolverines have had at any point in this match, with Wardle serving again.
Jarema, so good. Back and forth. Great job by the Vaqueros to stay with possession. Some of the volleys that we have seen between these two teams have been really fun to watch. Some of the best that we've seen all year.
Serving Barbara Krug. Zaya sets it up for Silva. Now it's the Wolverines. Wardle passing to Allred. Wow, Terafiti was there. Easy finish for Talita Oliveira.
Hard to stop Oliveira. Standing at 6'3".
Krug again.
Point will go to Utah Valley on a little bit of a controversial call.
They're going to say Jarema, easy tap finish. Beautiful kill from Jarema. Here's the replay.
Great
Doesn't
ball
get any
placement.
easier than that.